Last game, Commissioner Logue got caught with his pants down.
Who is the father?
That bastard, Kenneth Logue.
But it's the prophet who feels violated.
Oh, Logue, you lied to me. Why you really had on that love slave outfit, I'll never know. But I do know one thing, Kenny. You're a dirty old man.
Meanwhile, the Dice and Riot square off for the first time this season. But it's a rematch for Riot's Mo Sanders and Hot Dice Jason McDaniel. Last time these high flyers faced, Sanders pulled off an upset and defeated McDaniel for the Jammer Championship belt.
I can't wait to skate against Jason McDaniel tonight. First off, took his sister's. Second, I took the Jammer's belt. And tonight, I'm gonna rip out his heart.
I may not have the belt, but I got the best team in the league behind me. The Hot Dice, that's all anybody needs. Hot Dice!
While these two are fighting for Jammer's supremacy, it's the battle within the trenches that may decide the game.
Whoa. Wide on all sides, maybe. I'll tell you what, Webb, if you know what's good for you, you're gonna hide behind that sissy little convict girlfriend of yours, you're gonna wind up with your teeth knocked in.
Unfortunately, not all skaters are willing to get down and dirty for the sake of a victory.
I'm afraid to skate against the Oral Authority. Not because they're so good, but because I'm afraid I'm gonna catch something.
The only thing Jenny Matthews might catch is a fist to the face.
The Riot attempt to infect the dice. Next on Roller Jam. This is Roller Jam Arena at the World Skating League, and this, ladies and gentlemen, is Roller Jam. We are so happy you're with us tonight as we have a tremendous game for you between the Illinois Riot and the Nevada Hot Dice. And when these two teams, on the men's side at least, call for speed, that means two of the great jammers of all time. Mo Sanders of the Riot, Jason McDaniel of the Hot Dice.
Yeah, two great skaters out there. Mo Sanders right now, he has the Jammer's belt, Roy. They went at it a little while ago, a couple weeks ago, and Mo Sanders came out on top. However, though, it wasn't fair. Jason McDaniel was cheated in that matchup. No ifs, ands, or buts about it, Rory.
You could say that, but it was still a tremendous match race. And when they say 5 laps, anything goes, that includes flying right off the track the way Jason did there. And if you say anything goes, maybe that includes taking the skates off of your opponent and making a dive for the line, because that is what Mo Sanders did, and that is the way he won that match race in the end. But it's a battle that could go on and on for years, and you'd never have a clear answer.
Yeah, Jason wants to settle it on the track tonight, though. It's going to be a great matchup for all the WSL fans to watch that matchup tonight as they skate around the speed and the moves that these guys possess. Wow.
And if you've never seen the Oral Authority of Illinois Riot, you're about to, because here come the Riot. Ladies and gentlemen, is the Oral Authority of the Riot. Those three gals right there. Denise Loden in the middle. On the left of your screen is Laura Weintraub. And now skating out of the middle, another tremendous jammer, Amy Craig. They look good, but they get the job done.
Yeah, they really do. It's the threesome that we'd like to tangle with, Rory. And here come our girls. There we are. Oh, we love this.
Oh, who wouldn't enjoy this little show? There's Laura Weintraub, the Pussycat, and she's got the Pussycat out there tonight. Lips Loden in the middle, and the fabulous Amy Craig, of course. What a trio, and there's Mo Sanders.
Look at him holding the Jammer's belt there. He's proud of that, Roy. I don't know if he should be proud because of the way he won it, but he likes to hold it up.
Ray Robles. You always wonder what's in those pockets. Chili powder, maybe. Something else, who knows? He does whatever it takes. If I was Mo Sanders, I would be proud of that belt. He won it, anything goes in a 5-lap match race. But he also, I think, brought it out here to rub salt in McDaniel's wound.
Yeah, but you know what, though? I don't know if I would have brought it out tonight, especially with Jason McDaniel being out there on the track. Better watch out for rubbing that salt in the wound like you just mentioned.
King Richard has a new suit. Most of his suits have been dark in color. This is a new look for the king.
What is that?
What do you mean?
You think he looks good tonight?
Oh, hey, the king always looks good. If you don't believe it, just ask him. I think he looks great in that new suit. And, of course, the crown is a nice topper.
Yeah, it always is. But I lost all respect because of the weenies in the briefcase. Please, Rory.
He has a new briefcase. What can we tell you? That's the Riot. Now let's get ready to meet the dice. The Warrior Princess, Shea Brown. Headdress intact. And a little kiss for the camera.
She is quite a warrior, and she has her work cut out going up against Lips Loden tonight, Rory.
Yeah, but this helps. And she's got a little ribbon in her hair tonight, too. Jenny Matthews. Since they picked her up, she's become one of, and she would tell you, the top women's jammer in this league.
Yeah, she likes to harp on. She's talking the trash, saying that I'll be the first one to 50 points. That's something big to bite off there, Rory.
You know who hates that is Amy Craig of the Riot, because Amy Craig obviously thinks she's the top jammer on the women's side. They'll go at it tonight. And here come the boys, McDaniel and Weber. Mark Weber with the sunglasses and Jason McDaniel right behind him. And McDaniel wants that belt back. He says, give it to me. It's mine. You stole it from me, Mo. And they'll go at it right when that opening whistle starts play tonight.
And then you got Worldwide Weber, a guy with his own website.
Have you checked into that yet?
Yeah, it's quite a website. A lot of people on it always chatting and all that good stuff.
And they talk about Mark Weber?
I don't know about that.
Yeah. Here comes Devo on skates tonight. Let out of those handcuffs. I don't like the looks of this guy. I wouldn't like it if he were looking at me yelling right now.
He is one mean dude wearing that outfit with the number on the back. That's scary.
I don't know what he did to earn that number on his back, but I think we'd rather not talk about it. Here comes the team manager, Amanda Hertz, being led into the infield by Weber. And he knows a good thing when he sees it, because Worldwide Weber was partly Amanda's idea. All right, we're just about set for the Riot and the dice, and Broadway Danny Wolf has cornered one of the Riot's best players, talking about Brian Gamble. Broadway?
He's certainly a good skater, and thank you. And Air Ninja, so far this season, the Riot haven't fared too well. You guys are a few games under 500, and facing a dice team tonight you've never beaten. You guys have a lot of talent. What's it going to take to get this team on track?
I'll tell you what it's going to take, Broadway. It's going to take a little focus and a lot of balance. It's exactly what you're going to see from this Riot today. When I talk about balance, I'm talking about on the women's side, we're going to balance a powerhouse blocking of Denise Loden with the supersonic speed of Amy Craig. On the men's side, look for the badass blocking ability of B. Gamble and Ray Robles, balanced off nicely with the supersonic suicidal jamming of my man Mo Sanders and Christian Salvia. All that, once again, Broadway, balanced with the regal leadership ability of my man Richard Brown. In addition, don't you know what I'm saying, Broadway? You with me? I'm talking yin and yang and a whole lot of bang. You know what I'm saying, Broadway? Sort of. Turn around over there. Tell me what you see, Broadway. I'll answer for you. Nothing. No intensity, no focus, and definitely no balance going over there. Look at that fat-ass Mark Weber over there. Let me tell you about Mark Weber. Yeah, I'm talking about you, Sonny. His idea of balance is crossing a busy street with a Frosty in one hand and a donut in the other. Yeah.
All right, well, good luck tonight, Brian. Hey, no offense, Rory. This guy makes some sense.
Why would I be offended? I enjoyed your little speech. Weber didn't like you too much. And, oh, look at the prophet up there in that box. I hope he's having a vision about leaving this league for good. We're not leaving for good just for a minute. We'll be right back with the start of tonight's game. Stay with us. Back at Roller Jam Arena as the dice get set to take on the Riot. And on the women's side, a tremendous jamming matchup. That means scoring in this league between Jenny Matthews and Amy Craig. As you take a look at Jennifer Matthews, just acquired by the dice not too long ago from the California Quakes, and she has emerged as a star. She leads this league in scoring on the women's side at the moment, but never discount Amy Craig, the smooth skating star from Alabama, who has been a tremendous addition to the Riot since she, too, came from the California Quakes. And you know what? Amy Craig is not altogether happy about all the attention Jennifer Matthews is getting as a jammer. And you know what, Amy? We're going to give her even a little bit more right now because she's with Broadway Danny Wolf.
All right, thank you, guys. And the race to see who will get the first 50 points in this league is hot and heavy. Jenny Matthews, you said at the beginning of the season you were going to be the first jammer to reach 50. You're at 37 right now. You're leading the league, but this girl, Amy Craig, has 29. She's only 8 behind you.
Amy Craig is no threat to me because if the mouth of the South spends as much time skating as she does licking those lollipops, we may have a competition here.
Hey, why don't you stop being a mini-me and just shut up and skate?
Yep, there they go. Back to you, Roy.
Thank you, Danny. Shut up and skate. That's what Amy Craig has to say.
Yeah, two people that don't like each other going after first to 50 points.
And the first jam of the night is underway. Denise Loden and Shea Brown lead the pack out of there. They said, give us somebody who can make a move to start this game, and it was Loden who jumped out and knocked Shea Brown down easily. And that leaves, guess who? Amy Craig and Jennifer Matthews.
And Matthews, she's been talking a lot of smack this year. Hey, though, right now she's living up to it. 37 points, Rory.
She's off to a great start. All she needed was a team in which she could really shine, and this is it so far. The Dice, Craig and Matthews. Well, let's give it to both of them. They're both tremendous skaters. Now Shea Brown and Denise Loden get back there to block for their respective teams. And so far, neither jammer's been able to get an inch. And Loden's about to take care of Matthews as Shea Brown does the same thing to Amy Craig. They were double kills at just about simultaneously.
The two leaders of the team, the Warrior Princess and Lips Loden, who's taken out and taunting her, Roy. She's smacking her fanny.
Little patty pat there. It doesn't hurt except for your pride. But look at this move by Loden to take Jenny Matthews out of this play. Boy, that'll stop you, won't it?
Yeah, you bet.
And then the exclamation point from Denise. That's just a way to get under her skin. All right, second jam of this first period, and guess who jumps out there one more time? Amy Craig and Jennifer Matthews, of course.
You know, it's weird, as you mentioned it, both from the Quakes, two girls that left the Bod Squad and now really flourish in the systems that they're in.
Boy, you're not kidding. They were good skaters with the Quakes, but they never had a chance to really emerge the way they have with these two teams. Neither one really got the better of that last jam. 25 seconds left in the jam as Amy Craig gets taken out of there. And the Hot Dice men are all up on their feet cheering Jennifer Matthews. Brian Gamble gave the speech, but it's the Hot Dice men who are standing and the Riot men who are just kind of sitting there passively on the bench. And here comes Shea Brown. That's not a passive move. She opens the way for Matthews. She got 2. She got 3 in my book. 3 big ones.
There you go. A couple more points there. What's she up to now? 39 points on the season. Open up the bigger league on Amy Craig.
As she gets ever closer to 50. For some reason, that's important to both these girls. First to 50. We'll see who's on top at the end of the season. Oh, here they go. Here goes a fight breaking out, too. And it's a bad one. Loden and Shea Brown.
The two leaders trying to make a statement tonight. Two powerful ladies, too. One called a Warrior Princess. The other one, I don't know how powerful it is, though.
He's got a hold of her hair, and she's smiling. I think her hair is caught on his shirt. How'd Corbin ever arrange that?
Yeah, he set that one up.
He sure did. He curled that hair right into the button of his referee's shirt.
That's something you think the King would do. Not a ref here.
Maybe the King taught him. Look at the King over there and Amanda Hertz. They're going face-to-face arguing in the middle of the infield.
Two managers that have big egos and would sell their soul for a victory.
Here goes the third jam of this first period, the third and final jam. Amy Craig, Laura Weintraub, or Denise Loden, rather, gets out there. Jennifer Matthews gets knocked down, as does Brown. Boy, Loden's having a big first period. And she comes over to give another little whack as Craig goes around the track.
That's what Loden does, Rory. Doesn't necessarily score all the points, but sets up other players.
And Amy Craig, you see how quickly she gets to the back of the pack? She still has 25 seconds to score. Plenty of time to try and figure out how to get through that double block, although it'd probably take us about an hour and a half. However, Loden's there to throw her body into the pile, and Amy Craig just prances right on through.
You know what? Something is up tonight. Look at Lips Loden. She's taking it all out right now on Jenny Matthews over there.
Oh, you're not kidding. And now Shea Brown wants to stand up for her team.
Gosh.
Boy, these two from the opening whistle have gone at it tooth and nail. See that move by Loden to take them both out of there, and that left Amy Craig with a clear path to get to the back of the pack. And then how about that move by Loden? Watch Amy.
Tiptoe to victory right there.
You bet. Look at this. Corbin's trying to get Denise Loden, along with referee Dee Dixon, into the cage. She doesn't want to go in, though. She's doing everything she can to stay out of there. Finally, in she goes as the first period has come to an end. Loden's kicking things around down there. Meanwhile, the men are getting ready to skate. Oh, boy, that ought to be a fine of some kind, huh?
Something. Yeah.
Broadway Danny Wolf is with Mo Sanders. Broadway?
All right, thank you. And Mo Sanders, this is the first time you're going to face Jason McDaniel since you won the title from him.
Yeah, you guys saw how I worked the bank track. I won the belt. You guys know I'm the best on the bank track. And practically, I'm the best on the bank track. In fact, you know what, Danny? I got a video for you. You need to check this out.
All right, let's look.
What is up, people? You guys saw me win the belt. You know I'm the baddest. I'm the bomb. You saw me on the bank track. So now I'm about to show you how I get down inside the skate park. What's up? Mo Sanders in the house. You saw the skills. You know what I can do. I'm out of here.
Danny, how fresh was that? Do I got the skills or what?
All right, very fresh indeed. Back to you, Rory and Mark.
All right. I guess there's no question that Mo Sanders is the greatest man in the history of the world. Although McDaniel's going to dispute that when we come back for the second period of this game. Don't go away, everybody. We're back as the Dice and the Riot have completed one period of play in a close game, just like you would expect, between these two. All right, we're ready for the men, and on the Dice side, that means Weber and McDaniel, of course, and Jason McDaniel has to be seething a little bit under that skin for what Mo Sanders just said and showed us, and the way he's been acting and the belt he brought in here. Weber's going to be the guy that tries to help him through most of the time. However, on the other side, how about these two tough guys? Mo Sanders, you know all about. And Ray Robles, you probably know about, too. Check out the skates. Ray's on the quad skates. He's been around this game a long, long time. There isn't a trick he doesn't know. All right, we're just about ready for that second period. But first, a little rebuttal from Jason McDaniel and Broadway Danny Wolf.
All right, thank you. And Mac Daddy, we heard what Mo had to say. We saw his video. He said he's fresh.
Yeah, well, Sanders, I got to give you some props, man, wherever you are out here. That video was amazing. I mean, it was outstanding. I can't even pull off all those moves myself. And it's good to see that you got some friends in production. But as you may or may not know, I have some friends in production myself. And the other night, we put together a little video. I'm calling it Mo Ain't Got No Skills, Episode 1. You call that fresh? Where's the freshness in that, all right?
All right, thank you, Jason. Back to you, Roy.
There's nothing I like better than a good outtake video. I don't think Mo enjoyed it very much, though. Nobody's perfect. Here goes two guys that get pretty close on most jams, Sanders and McDaniel. You might as well get used to it, Mark.
This is what the WSL fans wanted, Roy. This matchup tonight between these two young guns, two cocky guys out there on the rink tonight.
It's almost like a personal match race right now, as the two of them go out there looking for points, also looking to prove something. Weber's back there in the back of the pack. Weber's a tough blocker, so's Robles. We talked about these four guys just a minute ago, and guess what? There they are. Robles works on McDaniel, and Weber's railed to Sanders. That leaves Weber free to go help McDaniel if he could, but Jason got tossed into the rail by Robles. And now the pack is kind of bottled up, and McDaniel gets tossed over the top by Weber. Whoa, that's a play by those two guys. We've seen it before, but it's spectacular every time.
Now, Roy, that's what I call fresh, Justin. What a play by Weber McDaniel. Man, did he get some air.
That's as fresh as you can possibly be. Same-day delivery right from the bakery. And Richard Brown went out there to say something to McDaniel, but he doesn't have too much to say after that play.
Wow, did you see how high he got up? That's the incredible 1-2 punch of Weber McDaniel.
He sacrificed his body slamming down on the track to get the points, as he's done so many times. And the Dice lead the Riot 7-2. The whistle blows, and Sean Corbett says, get that pack together, let's go. Jam number 2. And go ahead again. Jason and Mo, go ahead and get out there and jam and see who wins this time. Neither guy gives an inch to the other one. You know they respect each other, but they'd love to beat each other. And now Sanders has the edge, and that's Christian Salvi on a late chase to try and double up and get points for the Riot. 2 jammers. Ooh, Salvia got knocked into that rail hard by Weber. And now Devo goes up against Robles. Weber's there. They all are to go. Oh, there went the chili powder into the eyes of Devo and Weber, and that set things up.
How about Ray Robles? If you can't beat him with brute strength. Oh!
He had it in both hands. Sanders gets the points. Robles just did a drop kick that dropped Weber maybe for a while. That's Gamble picking himself up, and Robles, as usual, says, hey, I didn't do anything.
And look at McDaniel. McDaniel's lane, he's slowly getting up over there. There he is. Look, he's in a daze right now. What happened to McDaniel?
He got knocked down, I think, by Gamble. I'm not sure, away from the play. But here comes the powder. Watch this. Robles has it in both hands. Into the eyes of Devo and Weber. They turn around, and look out now, because there's Gamble with that ninja move. Look at Robles, just standing there innocently.
Like nothing happened.
Yep, I didn't do anything. That's a good play, wasn't it? Anyway, here goes the final jam of this first half. It's 8-7 Riot after that chili powder maneuver by Robles, who now takes the jammer's helmet and goes out against Sean Davidson and Mark Weber. Boy, there's some muscle there between those 3 guys. Robles is caught in the middle.
And he's taking a beating right now. How many elbows can Robles take?
Here's Gamble. Oh, they saw it coming this time. They went to the well once too often. And Gamble took out his own skater, Robles, leaving Weber and Sean Davidson to go around and get points and knock Gamble down once again.
Rubbing it in just in on Ray Robles.
Well, why not? Their eyes are burning still. Now they've got a hold of Mo. They got a hold of Mo, and they led him to Jason McDaniel.
Payback time just in. Mo don't want no more right now, Rory.
He has been waiting for that. Weber and McDaniel have been waiting for that probably since, about 2 weeks ago. And it finally came, and aren't they ever happy? Don't go away now. It's halftime. Look out, Mr. Robles. Down he goes, and what a game we have. 17-8. The Dice on top. Stay with us. We're coming right back.
Another plan for the Enforcers to win this game. Here it is.
I never thought I'd see the sight. Atkinson puts on the black and silver.
I'm going to take Mark D'Amato's place, but I still bleed blue when I get cut. It's time to get a little bit crazy!
I'm a genius. This game is going exactly as planned. My brother Sean is skating perfectly, and Big Nasty is devastating as always.
Let's talk about the sexual harassment allegations.
For God's sake, this again. The charges against me are completely false and malicious.
Tonight, I have here a very special friend, the very pregnant Leather Gunnin. Leather is obviously pregnant, and the father has not accepted responsibility. Who is the father?
It's that bastard Kenneth Logue.
Heather Gunning came into my office and she must have thought I was the love slave. She overpowered me, she mounted me, and she drained my precious bodily fluids. It's a moment I'll regret for the rest of my life.
Danny, it's time for you and your media boys to leave. I trusted that man with my good name, and this is how he repays me. Mr. Logue, as soon as you take those soiled panties out of your mouth, please report straight to hell.
I never thought I'd be a Kenneth Logue fan, but compared to this guy, the Prophet, I'd almost welcome seeing Logue come in. And right now, the Prophet, unfortunately, is going to get the mic with Broadway Danny Wolf.
Well, that's right. When the Prophet asked for the mic, hey, it's my privilege, pal.
Pal, thank you very much. Consider this a State of the Union address, Danny. Here's an update, ladies and gentlemen. Hot Dice manager Amanda Hertz is a filthy whore of a woman. That's right, Amanda. I know you're pressing charges against Kenneth Logue for sexual harassment, but you know as well as I do that you wanted it more than him. Oh, no. And Denise Loden, you'll be happy to know that I haven't slept for weeks. I haven't slept since you punched me in the genitalia, stuck your tongue down my throat, and beat me about the face with your heavy breasts. Now, ladies and gentlemen, these ladies think they know what you want to see in WSL. People like Sean Atkinson think that you like violence. Here, hold my ladder while I jump on this poor man's teeth. No. I know for a fact that you do not want violence. I know for a fact that you do not want to watch girls like Denise Loden skate around this track with their big bouncy boobies swaying back and forth. I know you don't want to watch lollipop suckers. And I know because of this sophisticated program research straight from the great state of Tennessee. 13 people contributed to this study, and it says that you want clean skating, and it says you want changes for the better. Here's an example of a good change. Ladies and gentlemen, Lindsay Francis used to be unwholesome. Lindsay Francis used to be unhealthy, but here she is, the new and improved Lindsay Francis. You will not see that Lindsay Francis ever again. You will never see that much skin from Lindsay Francis ever again, because that's what you want. And as new commissioner of the WSL, hi, Lindsay.
Talking about, I am the commissioner of this league. I own this league, lock, stock, and barrel. I never gave you that
Danny,
job.
if you would hold my program research. How soon we forget. How soon we forget, Kenny.
Forget what? I had a bad week, boy. But
Can we please roll the footage?
You had enough yet, huh? You had enough nut? Yeah. You a little thirsty from losing all your precious bodily fluids? Yeah, I think it's drinking time. Yeah, it's drinking time, all right. Get down there.
Commissioner Lowe. Hello, my friend. I see you've taken kindly to our accommodations, sir.
For God's sake, man, make these savages stop.
Stand them up, boys. Now, Kenny, I hope you realize you've done this to yourself. Straying from the path of wholesomeness, just letting loose of your seed to that demoness leather gunning.
Is it money you want? I'm going to make you stop. Let's take it out. Take all of it.
Oh, you are a sick, sick man, aren't you? Or should I say sick puppy, huh, boys? The dog dish, the collar, that's a good look for you, Commissioner. No, I don't want your money, sir. We'll let you get your help on your own, but there's one condition, sir.
What?
This contract states that you release all power of the World Skating League over to myself and members of the Moral Authority until, of course, you are healthy enough to regain your status as commissioner. Just sign on the line. Thank you, Canine. Oh, there you go. You can keep that pen. That will do. And as new commissioner of the WSL, I do promise to do everything under my power to save this league from damnation. So say it, the prophet. Forget this guy. Forget this guy. And Commissioner, I don't think you're healthy tonight. Unhealthy, unwholesome. So saith the prophet. There you are, Dan.
Well, so saith the acting commissioner, the prophet. Back to you, Rory.
All right, thanks a lot, Danny. We'll just have to work off of memory on Lindsay, huh? Get the prophet out of here, I say. We'll be back with the second half in just a minute. All right, we're back. It's just about time for the second half, and it's 17-8. The Hot Dice lead the Riot, and here we go with the women back on the track, and the girl jumps right out there, and that's Shea Brown. Oh, but Denise Loden gave her a shot where it's going to knock anybody down.
Yeah, what do you call that shot, Rory?
I don't call that shot by its name, believe me. Denise Loden and Amy Craig and the king, Richard Brown. Did you see that? He handed Loden a pipe. He handed her a pipe, and she's using it already to whack her way right through that pack and knock everybody down. Brown's the only one left. Oh, and there's a shot between the legs by Loden. Boy, that pipe will work every time, and Amanda Hurt says, why don't you put your glasses on, Mr. Referee? You didn't see that?
Look how slick the king is. I'm not a big fan of his, but oh my gosh. Came back, handed it to her, handed it back to him. Nobody saw anything.
Well, we saw it. The king knows about it. Every member of the Hot Dice knows about it, and somehow they let it go. Now, how obvious was that?
Corbin didn't see it.
He just gave it right out there. Denise Loden and Amanda Hertz are on opposite sides of the spectrum tonight, but they have sandwiched Broadway. Danny Wolf. Danny?
All right, thank you. I got to ask you, too, what you thought of the prophet's speech at halftime. I mean, your actions helped the downfall of Kenneth Lowe, but do you at all feel responsible for the rise of the prophet?
Well, actually, Daniel, you know, I don't condone that type of brutality off the track, usually like that, but in this case, Kenneth Logue III did deserve that, especially for what he's done to myself as well as Miss Loden over here.
How about it, Denise?
Danny, I feel totally responsible for the rise of the prophet. I mean, he talks a good one, you know, ripping on me and stuff, but isn't it funny how he always finds a way to come on the track when the oral authority's out here? And let me tell you something, Prophet. You can say whatever you want, but remember, I know how you really feel and how you really taste, too.
Oh, man!
Oh, man. I don't know, man. I don't even want to think about that. I'd rather think about the lollipop. Forget about the prophet. Wow. All right. Jenny Matthews and Amy Craig jump out there now in this second jam of the third period. 17-13. The Dice have the lead in this game. How about making Loeb drink out of the dog bowl? That was a little much, wasn't it?
No, it wasn't much at all. The guy deserves it.
He deserves to drink out of a dog bowl.
He's not the honorable man that I thought he was. Now that's the prophet. I'm with the prophet 100%. You saw the study.
You shit. Yeah, well, 13 people. That's conclusive, all right. All right, Shea Brown's up there to block against Weintraub and took her down hard. And that leaves a big jam for the Dice. Goldilocks slips through there, and so did Jenny Matthews. They picked up 5 good ones. Now a fight up there in the corner as Denise Loden gets right into it again. Boy, Denise is having a big game, huh?
Boy, she is all over the track tonight, though. I mean, she's throwing elbows, fists, grabbing hair, kicking, doesn't matter. There she goes again.
There goes Shea Brown again, too. They can't keep these two apart. You can't separate them. Not for more than about 60 seconds. Dee Dixon and Sean Corbin, the two referees, try to keep them apart again. But this was a huge play and maneuver by Shea Brown. As you'll see her just take Weintraub down.
She did not even flinch. That shows the strength in just her right shoulder just stuck out the whiplash there.
She clotheslined her. One more jam left in this women's period. And did you see the speed? Jennifer Matthews, like she shot out of a cannon, gets out there first. And Shea Brown put that helmet on and kind of snuck through the infield. That was a good maneuver. But no matter how quickly they get out, Amy Craig, if she wants to catch them, she can. And she grabbed a handful of hair twice and pulled them both down.
She's trying to gain some points back, not just for the team, but for herself.
Amy Craig doesn't want Jenny Matthews to beat her for that first to 50 mark, or especially for the whole season. Now Amy Craig, if she can get by any member of the dice, she will have lapped that member, and she'll pick up a point for each one she laps. That's the one and only way you can score in this game. And here's the way you do it. You get a little help, a block, and a flying block it is from Denise Loden. She just passed 2, and the hands to the hips calls it off. She got 2 points.
How many times have you mentioned Lips Loden's name tonight, doing outstanding performances? Man, she is all over the track.
I still don't know what to make of her saying she knows what the Prophet is like. That's a sorry thought in itself. And here they go one more time. Oh, the rail gave way, and that sends all 4 of them down. I've never seen that happen before.
Now she's attacking Corbin.
Sean Corbin has Denise Loden wrapped up, and these 2 women have been in a frenzy of hate all night long. Wow. Amy Craig gets the 2 points. We're coming right back. Don't you go away now. What a hit that was. What a contest it has been so far. I don't think I've ever seen this. 2 skaters and 2 referees tumbling head over heels through the broken railing. Wow, right in front of us that happened. And since it was right in front of us, I asked Denise to stop by, so thanks for coming over.
Hey, Rory, I know you guys enjoy watching the Oral Authority out there now, but there's nothing like a live by by one of the members of the Oral Authority.
Well, that makes me blush. When she says by you know that. The final period is underway. Jason Beckstein, rather, is on the gym. Let me ask you, Denise, what you thought and your impression of Lindsey France's new matronly look.
You know what? I'm a little disappointed because for a while there, Lindsey was trying to get on my good side. You know, she was lying, cheating, manipulating men, and now she comes out here all Little House on the Prairie out.
So those are the things you admire, huh?
I admire that. She was really trying to get on my good side there.
The Bird, Beckstein, look at him go through there and try and get some points against the Riot. Weber's going to go back and help him against Gamble and Robles. Oh, he took them both down, and the Bird flies over the top. Big play for the dice once again. Now, I have to ask you this, Denise. What do you mean you know what the Prophet's like?
Were you not at the show there, Rory, when I lip-locked with him, introduced him to my pumpkins and such?
He was just wishing it was him. That's what the problem.
Did you black out for a second?
That may be true, but I just had such a terrible thought that it was worse than that.
As far as the Oral Authority goes, like Bo and Jason, for example, I don't know why they don't just sit down and talk things out, because there's not a problem that can't be worked out orally. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, good point.
What a good girl.
Yeah.
Let's go.
The King trying to orally work out some kind of a problem right now they're having on the track, and Mo Sanders and...
Yeah, Mo's going to show Jason what's up right about now. It's about that time. He's been taking it easy on him.
You think so?
Oh, yeah. Mo's definitely got the moves. He's got Mo moves, Mo moves, Mo moves. Look at that. Bye-bye, Jason. Been nice knowing you.
However, it is 27 to 15 dice at the moment.
That's all right. That's all right. Mo's going to get us some Mo points.
And here he comes up there where Weber's hanging out. Look at that pack go down. And McDaniel scoots by on top of the track. How about that? Jason McDaniel got even more. When are you going to leave that poor Prophet and the Moral Authority alone? You tempt them every night, Denise.
Did you see the Prophet's tail? He's got a pretty nice tail.
No, I didn't look.
It's hard to leave him alone. He wants it. He comes out here in the middle of my games every time I'm on the track and finds a reason to come down here.
You're right. You do have a point. He does just happen to be here every time you're here.
And he seems to always be staring at my breast. I don't know why.
I don't know why. I guess he's just
I know why.
Human.
I'll be the yes on that one.
He is human after all. McDaniel almost seems superhuman. Right now he's at Broadway Danny Wolf.
Superhuman is right. You guys are up by 16 big points. Boy, you made Mo look foolish on that last jam, Jason.
That's right, Sanders. I guess it's a little bit different out there on the track without the smoke and mirrors of production to save her ass. Now the title is going back to Daddy.
Back to you, Rory.
All right, thanks a lot, Danny. We're going to find out who wins this thing. Denise, we'll orally discuss this later, all right? The Prophet looking over the Logue agreement. Boy, he's happy right now. We're back in just a minute.
Now it's time for the 3DO Army Men Air Attack of the Game. The Quake's Jamie Konomak doesn't tolerate scum, which sucks when you're the Riot's Lips Loden. It's the 3DO Army Men Air Attack of the Game.
What a game it has been for Jason McDaniel and the Dice, and the crowd absolutely thrilled by McDaniel tonight. His partner, as usual, Mark Weber, now with Broadway Danny Wolf.
All right, Mark, you have a commanding 16-point lead. One jam left. It looks like you're on your way to yet another victory against the Riot.
You know, Danny, of course we're ahead, because you know, as well as I know, that the Riot has never beat the Hot Dice. And for Mo, I know you're scared. Hey, Mo, listen up. I'm talking to you. I'm going to pull all my dice off the track and leave Jason on to win the game for the Hot Dice. Or B, Jason will be by himself on the track. You can win the game and keep the title if you beat him.
I already have the title.
So Hot Dice, come off the track.
I don't need the title.
All the dice off the track. Jason is going to win this himself.
That's a kind of a grandstanding move.
Everybody knows. Look here, jerk-face Weber, you and that Amanda jerk over there, you're not pulling nothing smart on me. I am so sick of coming up and scoring 20 points on the last jam to win, and I am so confident in Mo that I'm pulling my team off the track. Let Mo and Jason go for it. I know Mo is going to kick his ass.
So.
Oh, it's going to be down to a two-person match race.
How about that? It's going to come down to that, Roy. I can't believe the Dice are going to put this game on the line, up by 16 points.
The King puts the Jammer's helmet on Mo Sanders. What do you think about this, Denise Loden?
I think Jason's about to get schooled. Let's see what happens, though.
Mo Sanders won last time by ripping the skates off of Jason McDaniel. That was the famous match race where Jason McDaniel flew off the track, and I mean he was flying. So they put the game, the title, the belt, everything on the line right here between these two guys one more time. And the first fall is pretty even. The first lap, they both went down, and they both get right back up again.
You know what, Roy, I didn't think we'd see this for a long time, but here we go again. Put the game and the belt on the line.
King Richard and Mark Weber both so confident in their guys. That's how confident these two teams are in their star play. Oh, Mo Sanders lost his balance, and McDaniel says, huh? Just like that video I showed you. Can't stay up, huh? I don't know why the Dice bothered with this, really. They had such a big lead in the game. They must really think McDaniel's going to win this thing, and so far, he's done a good job. He looked back at the fallen Mo Sanders and said, what, can't you skate with me?
You're absolutely right, Roy. He's looking very impressive right now. Mo Sanders looks out of sync.
McDaniel bumps him again. They've got that finish line out there. Who's going to get there first? Mo Sanders gets knocked into the infield. He gets spun around, and McDaniel wins it. He wins the match race. He wins the game. The Hot Dice celebrate. Sanders is on his stomach in the infield.
That's the true champion right there, McDaniels. Fair and square. He has the Jammer's belt back, Roy.
Devo hasn't celebrated like that since they gave him double rations in prison. King Richard says, get up, Mo. You were wrong, Denise. You lost. And now the Jammer's belt belongs to Jason McDaniel once again. Some would say in its rightful place, and maybe it is after you take a look at that play. Absolutely incredible. Across the finish line. And you know what? We're finished too. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you next time.